So, this is video 2 of 2. I haven't picked any records up or anything. I haven't had time. Literally, the last thing I had was this, my record store day thing, which I still haven't even listened to, honestly. As I'm sure you guys now know from the video before. I'm going to get that blanket out of the way, and I'm going to bring something over. Actually, no. Let's talk about something first. We've had 3 musician deaths in 3 days. Mike Howe from Metal Church, Joey Jordison, formerly of Slipknot, and Dusty Hill from ZZ Top. 2021's not been good to us in that department. I really can't talk too much about Joey. I do know that he's had a monstrous effect on drummers in the modern era. He's just a crushing drummer. Mike Howe. Oh. Apologies, guys. I'm really sorry, but it's been a bit, so I'm trying to get through things, and I'm tired. But so is my wife. Mike Howe. All I can speak to is of what I've heard through the records I've listened to. I was never a big Metal Church fan. I respect them. I think what they did was phenomenal. Blessed in Disguise, I think that was one of their best. But Mike was a phenomenal vocalist. Apparently it's suicide. But I can't confirm because I don't have... I don't have all of the answers. I just noticed that it was suicide, but I could very well be wrong. And Dusty Hill, that is a pretty massive loss as well. Not to me personally. I love what Dusty did with ZZ Top. I think ZZ Top is just one of the best rock and roll bands and blues bands, ever. One of. And Dusty held down that low end. Bring the bottom and get the rest to the top. Or, something along those lines in terms of his famous saying. But, a lot of people looked up to that cat. And this is a big loss. Now, talk about something a little bit different. Kirk Hammett has officially become a member of Gibson Guitars. Now, that being said, I'm kind of surprised, but I'm kind of not. And the reason being is because even though he's been with ESP Ltd for as long as I can remember, he's also played Gibsons. And, oh man, I'm so sorry, guys. He's been playing Greenie, which is Peter Green's old Les Paul that he basically bought for $2 million. Whatever, but, Kirk's got the coin. Whatevs. I see why he would buy it, really. He's a big Fleetwood Mac fan. Jesus. He's going to probably have a V, probably have a Les Paul, probably going to end up going over to Epiphone, too, in terms of branching out and to have, obviously, a Kirk Hammett Epiphone. And you're going to want to watch them things fly off the shelves. Trust me. If Gibson does this correct, they just totally redid their brand in a matter of seconds. But they still have to make the guitars still have to be good. Obviously, the higher end Gibsons, they're going to sell for a stupid high price because it's fucking Gibson. Epiphone, on the other hand, it'll probably be about around a $9,000 to $1,200 guitar. That makes sense to me because of the man's name on it, really. Those Epiphone Les Pauls are starting to be, anywhere from $800 to $900, and I'm just talking the basic, like the Pro Series. I think if I looked right, you could get a left-handed one for like $700-800 Canadian. And whatever. I mean, I like Les Pauls, but I don't. And I'll explain why, and I'll currently do that here in a moment. But yeah, basically, I think as long as Gibson does it right and doesn't fuck this up in the ways that I know they're probably going to, they're going to save themselves in a matter of a second, because every fucking Metallica fan who has a guitar is going to want one for a joke. It'd be interesting to see if they put a Floyd on it, especially like the V, or even maybe they'll make a Kramer version. Who knows? I mean, I think they did with Dave. So as I mentioned in my update video, there's something I'm going to do. There's something that I've been working on doing. And I figured out the best way for me to do this and not fucking hurt these fucking things. You got it. One sec while I go get it. Now, some of you guys have already seen this on Instagram and Facebook. But essentially, I have borrowed my current guitar player in Age of Sin, Austin Campbell. I borrowed his Jackson Flying V. And it's left-handed, as you can tell. Now, the big difference between this and the Les Paul that I borrowed from him, the scale on the guitar, so that's the measurements from right here at the bridge to right here at the nut. It's 25.5 inches in length. So, and if you look at the neck, it's a lot thinner. The Les Paul was a lot thicker. So, and it's easier for me to play. It doesn't cause a lot of issue with the hands, you know. There's not a lot of problems. Now, even though I restrung his other guitar, I'm also going to restring this one because for some goofy reason, the fucking kid doesn't like to, he doesn't like to restring his guitars often. But that being said, he does have a Les Paul that he plays a lot. I'm going to be putting these on it. These are Ernie Ball Beefy Slinkies, 11 through 54. Optimal for detuning. Because we're going to be playing in such a, a much lower tuning. It's going to give us the ability to play, write and record our music the way we know how to. It's funny because I've always wanted one of these. Always wanted one of these Jacksons. Because of I'm a fairly big fan of Randy Rhoads. I'm no shredder. I'm definitely not going to be a shredder. But this one's a lot more solid. And if you look at the back of the neck, you'll see it's a neck through. It's got Duncan design pickups in it. So, three-way selector switch. And then all your tone knobs and your volume. So, a buddy of mine, he loaned me a PV Windsor head to try out, and I'm also going to be borrowing a 4x10 Ibanez cabinet from a buddy of mine just to see how it sounds, and then maybe that's what I'll end up doing. But yeah, this is what it's going to be. It's going to be... Oh, try not to hit my records. Jacksons and Ernie Balls. At least to start off. Because, maybe I'll go after something else, I don't know. So yeah, keep it metal, guys. It's coming for you pretty soon.